The Kool Kombi. This is an awesome car. Beautiful green color. Has tampos on three sides. Hot Wheels emblem. I really like it. Well, I like everything but the engine. I don't know, the plastic engine just doesn't do it for me. Hmm. Wouldn't it be nice if it had a metal engine? And not just any engine, but something huge. Something like the one off this Volkswagen Beetle. Well, maybe we can get it to fit. It looks like the air scoop's going to have to come off. Of course, it will require some modification to the car itself, but hey, I'm up for that. So let's go pop the rivets and see what's inside. Okay, both cars currently have their posts drilled out, so we can pop the bases off with ease. Pull that back. There we go. Drop the windshield out. Perfect. Okay, now we'll do the same for the Volkswagen Beetle. A little bit more difficult. And the engine just falls right out. Wonderful. Alright. It looks like it might fit. Let's grab the base and try it out. At first glance, I thought it would go. However, it needs some material removed. Not a whole lot. The two ridges that are setting up need to be moved back slightly. Just some material removed, nothing big. Also, a small amount of material need to be removed from the back, kind of where the tailpipe is. This is to allow the engine to sit straight. Okay, looking from the back, this post has to go. And the metal surrounding the post also needs to go. We need to remove it pretty much all the way to the roof. That engine's a pretty tight fit. To do that, I'm using an end mill attached to a Dremel. This makes pretty quick work of the job. The material you see in the back is tape. I'm using it to protect the Kombi's paint job. It won't protect it from the mill itself, but if the shaft accidentally hits it, it will keep it from marring the surface. I pre-drilled the post as close as I could to the roof using just a regular drill. This helped move material a little bit quicker and allows the end mill to work a lot faster. Working on the engine now, the end mill makes short work of the two ridges we need cut down to size. The one on the right is already done. Total time to remove the post and modify the engine was about 45 minutes. So not too bad. Okay, so here's the internal plastic. It also needs to be modified slightly. We need to cut it about right in here, just before the post. And if we can leave a little bit of the bottom part to hold the axle down, that would be great. Okay, everything's been cut and modified. Time to put this bad boy together. First, let's see how the engine was changed. Let me grab an unmodified engine. There we go. The first thing you're probably noticing is that the air scoop has been removed. Here in the unmodified you can see it, and the modified it's gone. Let's flip it over on the other side. If you look at the unmodified engine, you'll notice there's material here I'm pointing at, and that's been removed on the modified engine. And then if we flip it on to the rear of the engine, where the exhaust is, you'll notice a small ridge was put in there. That is so that the engine will sit straight up, otherwise it hits the tailpipe. And here's the plastic part, basically cut in half. The post is still there to attach to the axles, keep the wheels from moving around. Let's try to get the engine on in there. Now I made this a pretty tight fit. I didn't want this thing to be spinning or moving, so it takes me a second to get it in there. But eventually I do. There we go, sitting straight up. And the plastic piece, as you can see, fits in perfectly. Wheels work fine, no problem. Alright, let's set this aside and take a look at the main body. As you can see, the post is removed and the material around the post is also removed. Makes a pretty good fit. So let's put the windshield in. Goes in pretty easy. And now we can stick all the innards inside. Really the reason this works is the Kombi has its post in the center, so we can just use one screw to hold the entire thing together. Right now I'm going to screw in the engine though. I don't want it to be popping out. Alright. Use the other end here so I have some leverage. Get it real nice and tight. Check it out, make sure it's straight. Looks good. Perfect. Alright. Place the plastic back in. And let's stick the top on. And it snaps pretty much right in place. I put the screw in later for the center post. Make sure everything's nice. Alright, there we go. Wheels spin, everything works fine. Here you can see that we don't have any rolling issues. So the plastic must obviously be catching the axle in the back. Otherwise I think it'd be bottoming out. Well, there you have it. A new metal engine replacing the plastic one that originally came with the Kool Kombi. Not bad. I really like it. Yeah, I really like that. The plastic just, I don't know, just didn't do it for me. This new metal engine in the back just really sets it off. Gives it a whole new character. I left the small plastic exhaust pipe in, I guess just for looks. It seems cool to have a whole bunch of stuff sticking out the back end of this thing. I might change that later and remove it, I don't know. But for now, thanks for watching.